Hello everyone. Thank you for clicking on this video. I'm going to be sharing an update on the journals that I'm working with, as well as some new oracle cards that I'm using. And I'll also share a new journal that I started working with this month. So I think I want to start with oracle cards. Um, I um, Last month I think I got the Wild Unknown. Um, Sorry about my setup here. My camera that uses a different tripod is not charged. So the Wild Unknown Alchemy deck had been on my wish list for a long time since it came out, and I didn't get to buy it last year, but this year, at the beginning of the year, I kind of felt like I needed a little, it was like a little pick-me-up purchase. Um, so I bought it, and I'm really excited to work with it more. I really like the card shape. It's one, I think I have another hexagon deck, but I just really like how it looks. I love the archetype oracle deck by the Wild Unknown, so I know that this one will be also a really great oracle deck to work with. And last year I was really interested in alchemy, and I was reading books on alchemy, listening to podcasts on alchemy, and finding people on Instagram and online who were doing some type of alchemical work through art mostly. So this is a new deck that I will be working with in the near future. Let's see, put it out to the side and then I'll get it all fixed. I guess that's one of the downsides of the shape, is that it's not as easy to get all of them lined up as if they were a rectangle. I also got this small mini deck, the Whispering Woods, and I blame my friend Renee for this purchase. She uses it in her account, the Oracle Portal, and she will usually do like a pick a pile kind of video with them, and they look so nice. Every time I pull a card from this deck, it's the Forbearance card, which is interesting. When I think of forbearance, I think of my student loans and all the time they spent in forbearance while I was going to school. But I know that forbearance is coming out right now for other reasons. And this year has definitely had a lot of thorns already. So maybe I'll do a little reflection on that in my newsletter. I've had the mini decks on my list of decks to check out for a long time, and I just never got around to buying any of them. But I hope to get a few other ones that have been on my mind, like the Divine Doors and the one about the face are two of the ones that I'm thinking of getting next. I also got this one, the 5 Keys to Happiness Oracle, and I got it from A Poet's Choice on Instagram. She has an independent used book shop, and sometimes she has oracle decks. So I got this one from her. The cards are kind of hard to get out of the box, and they're not well, I think it's an older deck, and it comes with this really nice mandala that you can use for reading using the mandala spread in the guidebook. I have pulled cards from this one a few times. I've gotten the Earth Dragon, and then there's another one of the Earth cards that keeps coming up for me. This one is supposed to help you tune into your emotions and learn to process your emotions. So it's also very shiny. So you can see my my phone and my silhouette there. I'm excited to try out the mandala spread though, because it also comes with these 4 guardians of each of the directions, and you're not supposed to use these with the rest of the deck, like to pull a daily card. These are supposed to be um, guardians that you set at each of the directions when you're using the mandala spread. So once I have worked with this one a little more, I will share an update. But for now, the cards that I have been drawing have been really helpful, just to in helping me understand like my feelings and what I can do with some of the emotions that have been coming up for me. I just wish the box wasn't so tight. Oracle deck wise, I've also started using this one. This is the Okana Oracle. I can't remember. It's by Akamara Tarot on Instagram. And 2 years ago, I bought some of her decks, and some of them I haven't used yet. I'm just waiting, warming up to be able to use them. This is a really like luxurious deck. It has like the purple gilding. It also has this like matte texture and look, and I think that I have to be careful with them because like if I have grease or lotion in my hands or oils, I think they will get stained. And I did put some lotion on because my hands are pretty dry, so I'm gonna be careful with how I touch these. So this is the Okana Oracle. I think there's another part to the name because there were different editions. The messages, they're like, it's a strong deck. The messages are not always uplifting. They're very like truthful, and sometimes they can feel like a tough love kind of message. So those are some of the decks that I have been working with. I want to go back to just working with the tarot and oracle cards more regularly, and share an update on that when that happens. This last couple of months since the start of the new year has been, well, I feel like they have been going by very fast, but they have also been challenging. I haven't had a lot of time for myself. And the little time that I have been using to is that word? I want to say declutter, but just kind of chill and not think too much. So I haven't been using that time to make videos or to write. I actually have been playing a game. In I think towards the end of January, I started playing Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I didn't make a journal right away, but now I have a journal for my Animal Crossing experience. I made the journal because I was keeping track of a project that I was doing on the game where I needed to collect different items, and I kept forgetting what I already had. So I thought, oh, I should just write down the things in a notebook. And then I thought, well, maybe I can make a journal out of it. So I'm gonna give you a little flip through. Playing the game has been really fun, and making the journal has also been really fun. I'm playing with my daughters. So I'm the main character in the island, and then they join afterwards. It has been a really cool experience. So I have, like, if you're familiar with the game, you'll understand some of these things. If not, then just maybe look at the journal. But there's like home loans that you can take out. You can sell turnips. I made a couple of activity logs where I track what I do. I have this like islands visited. I have to update my things crafted because there's so many things you can craft. This was the main reason why I made the journal, to keep track of the projects. So when I was building these 3 getaway package plots, I had to make different things to get the plot completed. And I just found myself like forgetting and going back to check what it was. So I just wrote it down, and then this journal was created. I'm keeping track of the characters met, accomplishments, and then I have a daily to-do activities, part 2 of characters met, because there are a lot. And then the one that I'm kind of working on right now is island update. Maybe once I finish this journal, I'll do a little flip through. If you're interested in, or if you play Animal Crossing, let me know. I still have my 1 line a day 5-year books. This one is really like hanging on by a few threads. So I have 1 more year left on this one. After 2024, there will be 1 more year. So I hope it makes it to the end of 2025. I've also been using this one. This one is my Hobonichi 5-year, and it's more for personal reflections. Although sometimes I get a little lazy and I'll just write like the general, we did this, we did that. But this one, my intention is for it to be more personal, where I can reflect on how I felt about the things that happened. Not something that I would necessarily want like my kids to look through. Yeah. So that's the difference with those. I'm also using the Metaphysician's Day Planner by Benebell Wen. This one is, I got the biggest size and I already spilled some food on it. But I'm using it as a daily gratitude journal, and also writing my to-do list. But I'm hoping to spend a lot more time in the back here, reading through all the different correspondences that Benebell shared. And I also bought the accompanying guidebook to help me read my natal chart. That's one of the reasons why I even got the planner, and I haven't had a chance to really dive into it. But when you order the planner from Benebell, she gives you a personalized solar return chart, and then she gives you your birth chart as well. But that's another journal that I'm using. And then let's see if I brought it with me. I'm still using my creativity journal. Let's see. I haven't done the creative interpretation for February. I was also doing some poetry this month, because a friend of mine on Instagram has a daily poetry challenge during February called Post-it Note Poetry. So I did a couple of poems, and I didn't share them online. I just kept them here in my notebook. And I actually have some throughout other notebooks that I need to get back and just put them all together. I realized that I had a week missing here. Usually the months have 4 weeks, but I did not have a week for the last week of February. So I haven't set up my March yet. That's something that I'll do this weekend. But I did add little tabs here at the top for the months to make it easier to go to them right away. Yeah, so I'm still using this. And then I bought a couple of things from Target that they had as part of their Black History Month collection. I ended up getting this notebook cover and this pencil pouch, and also I bought the little tote bag that they have. It's not gonna fit in the frame, but there's a matching tote bag that I use now to store my journals, so that I can have them all together and just move them around in my house. This is not a tote bag for taking out into the world. It's just for home. So in this one I had my journal, but I finished that journal and now I'm moving into a different one. But I really like the color. And it's made by G's Bend, the Quilters of G's Bend. And they have an Instagram account, so definitely check them out. And I think that's it for my journals that I'm using and the Oracle decks I have been using right now. Let me know what you have been using and if there's any new journals or new Oracle decks that you are trying out. Thanks for watching.